up, y'all? So I'm gonna do a quick video while I try to figure out how to get out of here. I'm out doing Instacart today. I have been doing this like every day. I attempted to do it this past Saturday, but I guess everybody named Mama, you know, it's the weekend, was on it, and that's whether you were a buyer, like a shopper shopping online, or me, the type of person that goes outside and shops for the customer. Whether you were doing either or, it was just too much going on Saturday, and the app was crashing all day for everybody. So I was only able to do like 1 or 2 on Saturday, and I called it a day. I was just like, you know what, that's a sign that this should be only like a Monday through Friday type of ordeal, because towards the weekend it gets too hectic. You already know everybody named Mama's out doing grocery shopping anyway, and I don't need that type of stress like on my mental. Stress always hits my mind first before it starts to hit my body. So I know myself. I did about 5 today. 3 of them were in Aldi's. I did 2 in one Aldi location, and I did 1 at another Aldi's around the corner from my house. And then I attempted to do Wegmans today, but Wegmans be popping out here, y'all. Like, Wegmans be popping so much. I'm gonna put in a picture. I'm gonna insert a picture of how the line be wrapped around the building, and that's whether you're a regular customer or Instacart customer. And that's the waste of time to stand there to wait in line just to go into a grocery store, you know. And I understand the whole circumstances going on right now, but that's just too much when I could just move on to the next store or whatnot. I canceled that one, and I just went and I went and picked up some cat litter or something for somebody at Petco, and then after I left from Petco, I did one for shoppers. So all in all, I did about 4 or 5. I believe it's 5. And my earnings should be about almost like 100 or over 100 with tips. I have unlocked InstaPay, so when you're doing Instacart, you can unlock InstaPay after you do like 5 trips. They call them batches. Most I've seen, they go up to like 3 batches in 1 trip, so you can shop for like 2 or 3 customers. And the video is kind of like tips and tricks, some of the things that I have learned. One was what I just talked about. It's up to you, your discretion, your life. But knowing how I am, like a person that gets anxiety really quick or stuff like that, like, it's not good to go in the popular store, because even though sometimes the popular store, the pay is worth like good money to the eye. Like, on an average day, the highest I've seen to go in the popular store around here, Wegmans, was like $50 base pay for that 1 or 2 trip, right? But is it worth you going in there? And well, one, because of the whole situation going on out here, the pandemic, is it worth waiting in the line, 1, for 30 to 45 minutes? And 2, when you get inside, it's crazy, like so many people on the inside of the store that you can't even concentrate on what you're supposed to be picking up for the customer. Like, is it really worth it? So by the time you are done with your done, you would have mentally maxed out that $50, and it'll be like so stressful. Like, oh my gosh, like you would want to go buy like a case of wine or something with your $50. So it's just not worth it to me. My sanity works for me. Everyone is different, so it's better for me to just do like 3 and 4 different stores and add up 20, 25, 25, 25, 20, like here and there, versus going to one store and doing a big old batch and stressing myself out. So that's a tip for someone that has the same type of tendencies as me, like anxiety, or you know when you get mentally stressed and stuff like that. Another tip I paid attention to recently was, when you go to these stores, I try to park next to like the little cart thing, because it sounds kind of lazy, but when you want to just like grab and go, it makes a lot of sense. So you won't have to like be rushing to take a cart back to the little cart, well, not the cart thing, but like to the store or whatnot. You could just kind of like pack your car, push the cart in the thing, and go. And it's a little bit more convenient too, because when everybody and mom is out and about shopping and this and the third, like, you just don't run into like a lot of people, whether you're driving to spaces and stuff like that or whatnot. It's just It's just more simple. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just grab and go and put the cart back and go about your business, pretty much. Another tip, I ended up ordering this case. This is actually a waterproof case, but because of everything going on, all the touching and stuff, when I'm in there, I put my phone inside of this, and then I just be like, you know, I could touch as much as I want, because I had to cut back on using the gloves. I prefer to use gloves, but it kind of gets old after a while, and I think in this whole situation, what matters the most is that you try not to like touch your body and stuff like that. Or I carry wipes around so I can wipe my hands or wipe the carts off before I personally use them. So I've been picking up different techniques versus always resorting to gloves, because sometimes using the gloves left and right can get kind of annoying. I've noticed that the last few days, it seems like, of course, grocery stores open up early, but as far as orders, a lot of orders start ringing off on my phone at like 8 or 8:30. So Instacart, I don't know if they've ever put the description up there that they open at 8 or 8:30, but that's when the alerts start rolling through on my phone. So I try to customize my own schedule so that I won't just be like, oh, jump up as soon as I see something going. I'm the type of person where I'm not knocking nobody, to each his own, but I personally like to take showers before I leave the house. Like, I just don't like going anywhere feeling dirty or icky and stuff like that. So I had to start turning it off. Like, you can mute it for a few hours, or you can mute it for like a day or whatnot, and you can pretty much just go on it when you feel like it. But sometimes when you see those alerts pop up and it's like, oh, $50, it can kind of like psych you, like, oh, let me hurry up and get up, But I had to stick to my morals. Like, I don't want to just be like, oh, let me get up and just because I see something, you know. So I had to start turning off the alerts, y'all, because I knew, as far as my own personal schedule, I didn't want to leave until like 10 or 10:30 in the morning. Today I left at 10:30, and I told myself I'm gonna be done by 3:30, and now it is 3:50. I'm almost at home. So I'll let you guys know in a bit how much I made, because sometimes the system lags and it takes like an extra few minutes for your most recent one to update. Since I'm talking about the earnings, I can show you guys in the meantime what I made last week. I did it from Monday to Saturday, and I was able to make about $500. As far as the instant pay, I was able to cash out like three something, like maybe $375, and then the other $126 was in tips. And how they do their things with tips is that when people leave you tips, they cash out the tips every Monday. You don't have instant pay on your tips. They direct deposit your tips every Monday. So I was, like I said, I was able to cash out daily. However, I made daily outside of tips, and then today's Monday, so I should be getting my tips of $126 between tomorrow and Wednesday. So that's still not bad. Kind of helps you save a little bit. I think that's the perk that and that's the reason why a lot of people have been doing stuff like Instacart, Uber, and stuff like that, because they offer instant pay. You know, they made it really convenient for people nowadays to get their money like right away, versus that average job getting your money like every week or every 2 weeks. So I think it's good that for the tip part, it's like you get so used to being able to cash out every day, but at the same time, the way I try to tell myself, it's kind of good that they have a little reserve where you can't cash out your tips until like weekly, because of the simple fact that at least I know I have something to look forward to when the next Tuesday or Wednesday comes around. Because most of the time when you cash out daily, it's convenient, but you also have to put yourself on some type of regimen. Like, okay, just because I got this money every day don't mean that I still don't have things to do with it, you know. As in, if I was getting it every week or every 2 weeks, you still have to budget it so you won't go crazy just because you have access to it quicker every day versus every week or 2 weeks. But yeah, just to have done it like my first full week. And part-time, I don't do this full-time, like working 5 or 6 hours a day. Even though that's almost full-time, you guys have to realize that I'm cutting down on traffic and stuff like that. If I was, you know, going back and forth to a job where I had to sit in traffic and stuff like that, like my previous situation. So it doesn't bother me that I'm working 5 or 6 hours a day, almost pushing full-time, because I don't have to sit in traffic. That's one. And then two, I have the luxury of going to different stores and different environments. So it kind of helps a little bit, because I personally had got to a point where I just didn't want to be confined to a certain space and confined around the same people all the time, because that, to some people, that matters. Like, I be about to go crazy being around the same people all the time, especially when people have different personalities, different moods, and this, that, and the third. So just having that freedom, like being out and about, helps a lot tremendously. It still can get stressful, but at the end of the day, it's like, if I'm stressed or angry or this, that, and the third, having a moment, I'm not confined around those people. I don't have to deal with them. I'm on to the next store, environment, whatever. So it just helps at this point in life. That's pretty much all that I can think of. Like I said, I do it, like, I would say I do it on average like 4 to 6 hours a day. And just to pull in $500 out of your own free time, like, it doesn't even have to be 4 to 6 hours back to back. Sometimes it's sporadic, but still, like, just to do that and still make your daily minimum is not bad. Yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. So you guys let me know what you think. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think that I'll be doing this long term? Would you consider doing something like this? And even if you have a job but you're furloughed, I think it's a really quick source of income, because a lot of people are doing it in this moment because of the situation. Like, I want everyone to stay healthy. I'm not promoting people to just be going out and about, because we are still in the middle of a pandemic. They're trying to get everything under control, but at the same time, if you're not fearful and you know you have the tools to keep yourself safe and cover up, good hygiene and this and the third, like, would you consider doing something like this just to get like a little extra money, or keep your bills intact and everything until your job does resume? Like, let me know. So if you took time to watch this video, thank you for watching. Definitely rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all later. I'm about to go chill. Bye.